Hi everyone, Max Payment here from Ross Virtual Solution. So we're going to be showing you guys how to add our Lucid Track and a renderer in our server panel here. So just two ways of doing so. You can do it manually by clicking the plus button icon, and then in this case, you can select if you want to do a Lucid Track or a renderer, put in the name, the IP port number of each one, or the easy way is to do the auto discovery. So Lucid will search and see what's available on the network. So as you can see here with the dropdown, Lucid has found two of them. So there's one for Track and one for Voyager. So if we do arrow down, you'll see that it found one for each one. Both on the same network. So you can see the IP and the port number. So let's add a Track first. Click OK. And we should be connecting to them automatically. Sometimes it'll stay red, but it'll turn green eventually. So you just gotta wait, give it some time for it to render it out. And then let's add our renderer. So let's search again for another one. And we can see here that it's found our Voyager. And we can add this here. So now we've added our Lucid Track. So basically it's our camera tracker pointed to Lucid Studio. And our renderer, which is what lives on the X1 machine. So we have our Voyager pointed here, our operator port number, and also our track number. And just to show you guys where we find these as well. So for a track, if you go back to your Lucid Track over here, this is basically what Lucid Track settings are. So the local IP is the IP address, and then local port 8461. As you can see here, we have 8461. So that's what it's pointing to. And then for our Voyager renderer, we have the operator, which is 8458. So if you go to Lucid on the top tab here, we can see which port, which IP we're on. And then if we go on to the port, you can see the port number is available. So we have 8458 here. And then for tracks, we want the track to be sent to our renderer. So the port number is 8456. So if we go down to in a world outliner, this is where a Voyager tracker, the settings are over here under the details. And if we go down to tracking and we double click on the Voyager tracker, you can see the UDP port 8456 over here. So that's where grabbing these numbers. So if you were to do it manually, this is where you would grab the numbers, add them in manually in Lucid Studio, under the server panel. But we did it with the auto discovery. So now they're both have been added. Now we have to make them talk to each other. So right now they're separate. So you can see that under the first layer, we have Lucid Track, but we don't have any renderer on the right-hand side. And vice versa, under the renderer, we don't have a Lucid Track. So we have to point to it so that our camera tracking is sent to our renderer. So to do that, we right-click on Lucid Track, assign to, and then we're going to select our renderer. And now they're both living on the same layer. Could have been the other way too. So if you want to unassign it, we can right-click again, assign to none. And then you could also right-click on the renderer, assign to the track as well. So both ways works. So that's basically how you set your Lucid Track and your renderer. And then we can create presets too. So if you have different combinations, let's say you have multiple engines, maybe in a use case, you might have 3 cameras with 3 camera trackers, and maybe just 2 renderers. So you might want to have like AR on the 2 cameras out of the 3. So you create different presets, point one track to another renderer, vice versa, and then create a new preset, name it, press OK. And then now you have multiple presets saved for different scenarios. All right, thanks for watching.